There are many different automated bidding strategies within Google Ads, but it's not always clear which is going to be the best strategy for your campaign. So in this video, I'm going to explain what are the best bidding strategies to use to help get more sales and more clients through your campaigns. Now, I'm just going to go through each of the different bidding strategies, when to use them, and which bidding strategies are going to be best for you. And I'm going to show some examples of accounts to show you what these bid strategies can actually achieve for you. So to start off with, I'm just going to show you how to select the different bidding strategies for your campaign. So when you're in your account, if you click on the campaign, which you'd like to edit the strategy for, then click on Settings on the left, and then select Bidding, you can now edit the bidding strategy. So you just click on Change Bid Strategy, and then on the drop-down menu, you can select which you'd like to use. So we'll just go through those bidding strategies now. Now, just to cut to the chase, I'm going to say that the two bidding strategies that I believe in most cases are the best bidding strategies to be using in Google Ads are Target CPA and Target ROAS. And I'll explain why that is as I go through the description of each of the different bidding strategies available. So let's start with manual CPC with enhanced CPC to begin with. So with this bidding strategy, you can manually set the bids for your forms of targeting, such as your keywords, and determine how much you would like to pay for each one of those specific keywords. So when your campaign doesn't yet have the capability to really use those automated strategies, manual CPC is a good option. And for very advanced users of Google Ads, manual CPC is a good option because it gives you full control. Now, with manual CPC, you can use enhanced CPC, and this gives Google Ads some control over your bids. So Google Ads, for example, can increase your bid in an auction above what you've set your max CPC to be if Google deems that that auction will have a higher probability of resulting in a conversion, of resulting in a sale or a new customer for your business. Likewise, if Google, using its data, estimates that that auction is less likely to lead to a conversion, then they can lower your bid in the auction below what your normal, what you've set your max CPC to be. So it gives you the best of both worlds. It gives you that ability to control your own bids and set your own bids, but on the other hand, it does give Google that ability to move your bids up and down in a way that it believes will help you generate more revenue within your business. And you have the option here of selecting Optimize for Conversions. So this is used when you do not have conversion value data or revenue data coming into your Google Ads account for different sales that have been made. For example, if you have an e-commerce website, you have different products with different sales values. If you don't have that data coming in, then you use the first option. If you do have that data coming in, then you can optimize for conversion value. You use the second option. Now, the reason why I do not believe that enhanced CPC is the best bidding strategy to use is that generally what we've seen is the performance for this bidding strategy is lower than if you were using the Target CPA bidding strategy or the Target ROAS bidding strategy. And we'll find out more about why that is. But so this bidding strategy can be good in the beginning before you have a lot of conversion data and when you want to be setting your own bids. But as quickly as you can, you want to progress over to those smarter bidding strategies. So manual CPC is definitely an option. But I certainly do not believe that this is one of the better bidding strategies to be using. Also important to note here that because your bids are being controlled to a certain extent by Google when you're using this strategy, you need to keep an eye on those cost per clicks because they can increase quite drastically, and it may increase to a point where maybe you're not comfortable, maybe the bids are too expensive, in which case you might want to move away from using enhanced cost per click and just use normal manual CPC. Okay, so the next bidding strategy that we're going to talk about is maximize clicks. And as it sounds, this bidding strategy will optimize your bids in order to get the highest number of clicks within your daily budget. So this bidding strategy is really for the objective of just generating traffic. So you're not worried about conversions. You're not too worried about whether you're getting a certain number of sales or a certain amount of revenue through your campaign. You're just focused on traffic. So this bidding strategy is only applicable in a very limited number of circumstances. The majority of campaigns are not set up just to generate traffic. They're set up to generate conversions. So maximize clicks is certainly not the best bidding strategy for that reason for most advertisers. One thing that's very important to note about Maximize Clicks is that it will essentially treat all clicks from all keywords as being equally valuable. So you might see in your account that you've got some keywords which are very high value, and those might have higher competition from other advertisers, and higher competition means higher cost per clicks. So then the system is going to prioritize those lower cost per click, those lower competition keywords, which might be less valuable traffic for you. So it's important to note that the system is going to really just focusing on getting you as much traffic as possible, not necessarily the best quality traffic. So I would shy away from using Maximize Clicks unless you are trying to just gather a lot of data before then shifting over to another strategy like Target ROAS or Target CPA. So the next bidding strategy we're going to talk about is Maximize Conversions. And as it sounds, this bidding strategy is designed to focus your ad spend on the best performing keywords in order to help you get the maximum number of conversions within your daily budget. So this bidding strategy is ideal when you don't yet have an idea of how much you'd like to be paying for a conversion, but you do know how much you'd like to be spending in Google Ads each day, and you do know what you want your daily budget to be. So it sounds like a very good bidding strategy. But one thing we found with this bidding strategy is that quite often it can exceed whatever you've set your daily budget to be in order to try to achieve the maximum number of conversions within the allowable daily spend. And remember, the allowable daily spend is always going to be 2 times whatever you've set your campaign budget to be, because the budgets in Google Ads work that they're allowed to spend double whatever your daily budget is, and the system will then try to moderate the spend throughout the month in order to achieve an average of 30 times roughly your daily budget. So that could be troubling for advertisers to see that their daily budget is being consistently exceeded. Now what we've also found is that the performance is superior with another bidding strategy, and that is Target CPA. So we're going to talk about that bidding strategy now. So moving on, Target CPA is one of the best bidding strategies that you can use within Google Ads. And for most advertisers that are looking for form fills, generating leads on their website, generating phone calls on their website, Target CPA is the ideal bidding strategy to use. The only thing is that you need sufficient conversion data in order to use it, and that's around 30 conversions within the last 30 days. So this is one of the best bidding strategies because the performance is far superior than you would see with another bidding strategy such as Maximize Conversions, and can also have a superior performance to a bidding strategy such as enhanced CPC. So it's worth having a think about what you would like to set as a target CPA, and you can always change this. So it's worth testing different target CPA prices in order to get the best performance possible through your campaign. So once you select the bidding strategy, you have the option of choosing how much ideally you would like to pay for a conversion. And it's important here to put in a realistic figure, because if you put a figure that's too low and that is not really in line with the performance you've previously seen, then the system is going to reduce your bids in order to try and meet that very, very, very low target CPA that you've added in. And when it reduces your bids, your ad rank is going to decrease. And you may see that your campaign does not generate substantial or really any impressions or clicks. So you're now not getting any traffic. So you want to make sure that you set a realistic target CPA. And once you're hitting that average CPA over a month, then you can start to pull it back and see if reducing that CPA target helps you generate more conversions within your budget. So this is, for many, many advertisers, the ideal bidding strategy to use. And really, the only other bidding strategy that is on par is the bidding strategy that you would use if you have different values being imported into Google Ads, conversion values for the different products that you have on offer. For example, if you have an e-commerce website. And that brings us on to the Target ROAS bidding strategy. So with Target ROAS, this bidding strategy is very similar to Target CPA, except instead of setting a CPA target, you set a return on ad spend target. So for example, if for every £100 or $100 that you spend in Google Ads, you wanted to see $400 or £400 come back to you, then you would set a ROAS target of 400%. So this is good if you have that conversion value data coming in, because the system is going to optimize your bids in order to get that target return on ad spend that you're looking for, to get that revenue, rather than just get any conversion, which might have a low or a high conversion value. Google Ads is going to focus on those conversions which are going to get you the high conversion value, the high sales value. So this bid strategy is the best bidding strategy to use if you have conversion value being tracked in your account. You have maybe an e-commerce campaign that you're running or a shopping campaign that you're running, and you want to maximize the revenue that you're getting in return for your ad spend. You want to get that target return on ad spend that you've set. Now again, it's important to put in a realistic target here. You want to put in something which is actually going to be achievable looking at your previous performance data. And what gives both target CPA and target ROAS, what makes them very powerful bidding strategies, is the fact that they're using data. They're using real-time data from users. What are they searching for? What are they interested in? Are they looking to make a purchase right now or today? So it's using a lot of powerful information. And so these bidding strategies are most effective when you have a lot of data within your campaigns. So the more conversion data you have, the more effective these bidding strategies are going to be at setting your bids and helping you to meet those targets, helping you to meet those objectives. So the more data you accumulate, the more powerful these bidding strategies are going to get. And this is what makes them the best bidding strategies within the account. Now, to illustrate how powerful these bidding strategies are and what they can do to help your campaign generate more clients and more sales, I'm just going to show an example here. So the data we're looking at on this screen shows the improvement that has been made using the target CPA bidding strategy compared to the previous manual CPC with enhanced CPC bidding strategy. So we can see here that since the campaign has been using the newer target CPA bidding strategy, the actual traffic has seen a decrease, so fewer impressions. That means the ads are appearing in fewer auctions and fewer clicks. So the system is being more selective over which auctions ads get placed in. And that goes back to adjusting those bids to make sure that the bids are high when there's a high probability of a conversion and low. So we're not bidding in auctions where there's a low probability of a conversion. And what we're seeing is the click-through rate has increased by 20%. And the reason for that is the ads are being served to people who are more likely to be interested in the service being offered. So the system is being more accurate in its targeting. So we've seen a reduction in cost of 30%, so a saving on cost. Meanwhile, the cost per conversion, and that's when we're using target CPA, what we want to see is a lower CPA price if we can, and still be getting a lot of conversions, but for a cheaper price per conversion. And we can see here that there's a 26% reduction in that cost per conversion, that cost per acquisition price, which is an amazing saving. 26% is a lot, especially over high volumes. And in line with this, we've seen a 27% improvement in the conversion rate. So more of those visitors are converting into customers. And that's because we have the improved targeting, because the target CPA bidding strategy is knowing, using the data, who is more likely to become a customer, and it's focusing the ad spend on those people. So that's why we're seeing these improvements. Okay, so now to illustrate why target ROAS is one of the best bidding strategies and why any account that has conversion value data, revenue data being imported should be using this bid strategy. So we can see this account, and this account was previously using enhanced CPC. It's now using target ROAS, and we can compare the performance before and after. So most crucially, we can see within this account that the conversion value to cost, so the return on ad spend, has seen an 11% improvement overall. But most crucially, the account has seen a 61% increase in the amount of revenue being generated from the sales of the products. And the revenue for this time period is almost £200,000. So 61% is a huge difference when you're talking about that kind of volume of sales. Now, the ROAS would actually be significantly higher if the spend wasn't increased in order to drive more sales, which is only possible because this bid strategy is allowing the ad spend to be focused on those customers who are most likely to translate into a sale, to hit the website and then make a purchase, and make a large purchase. So we can see the number of impressions and the traffic has increased because as the returns have improved, we can drive more ad spend, we can generate more revenue, which is helping the client grow their business substantially. So that's why this bid strategy is the best to be using, because it really helps propel and generate massive increases in business growth, and in quite a short space of time. But crucially, you do need that data in order to get those changes in performance. You need to be getting a lot of good conversion data. But it shows how powerful these bidding strategies really are. So I hope this video has been informative. If you need any assistance in selecting the best bidding strategy for your campaigns, then feel free to get in contact with me at contact@optimizelab.com. maximisecon.com, and thank you for watching.